Recording in progress.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Just to let you know, we're waiting just a few more minutes for those of you also following online as they are completing the high-level opening of the water dialogues. The Director General will be down very shortly. So continue to chat and we'll be right with you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, guests, and everybody who's joined here and online from around the world. This is a very important session, actually, because it's about learning. And I think we're all here to learn at different levels. You would have seen throughout the house when you came in, today is the Junior World Food Day, as well as the Youth Assembly from the World Food Forum. That's why you've seen approximately or roughly 1,000 children all over the place who took part this morning in a great learning experience. And I've always been told that there's no age to learn, and that is very true. My father was 94 and still learning. And he used to actually call me, he could no longer see very well, and he used to call me on Skype and say, have you seen this? I just learned about this. And I always felt bad because he was still learning, and I kept saying, Dad, okay, thanks very much, but I'm busy. I have to work today. I have to do this. So I'm so happy to see that it's standing room only, because everybody is here to learn and to know about the courses that are available to be able to do more and to learn more. I have the privilege of being joined by my colleague Pramisa. I'm Yasmina. So Pramisa, please join me on the stage. Pramisa and I are going to be moderating two different sessions today. Pramisa is from the World Food Forum. She's been a moderator for quite some time this week, many times I might say, and is also an agri-food systems specialist. So we're lucky to have Pramisa with us. She'll be taking the second session, and I'm going to be taking the first session with the debate. But before we do anything, I would like to give the floor to our Director General, who is going to be able to tell us his initiative about the Four Betters, the reason for this course, and how he came about to really getting to where he is. And it's going to be fascinating because it links tomorrow, today, and yesterday. And that's really fabulous. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Director General Chu Dong-yu to the floor, and all of you for being here.
Thank you, Yasmin. I know your voice is becoming a little bit tired, but I still keep okay. Excellencies, ladies, gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this lunch event. Well, they bring together higher education, not only high, I'm from low education, primary. We need to start from primary education also with the FAO Four Betters. FAO has a long history of the partnering and the collaboration with the academia research institute. Actually, FAO is the best and the institute. People forgot our roots. 120 years ago, Lubia Institute, and then they come the most staff from the OIE, OIV, and other European professional people in 1951. And then the 1/3 moved from Washington, D.C., by 2 ships. So, and the first DG is a female scientist on the nutrition. I'm a second scientist, I should say. It's work on science first, and a long time, not only a few years. So we should bring science back. But the science should be based on the scientific way of thinking and the design. That's why I started discussing with all the members and the staff. Finally, we got endorsed the FAO strategy framework for 2022 to 31, 10 years. That's a real strategy framework. It's not a task force. What makes a difference from the strategy thinking to the task force thinking, or tactical even thinking? Strategy should be shared by all the relevant partners and stakeholders and relevant people and the member, of course, here we are talking about. If they didn't take ownership, it means not a real strategy. It's maybe a small task force. So that's why I'm proud to say with all the support, the debate among the members first, and then our colleagues from down to move to up, from up to down, so many, from the headquarters to the regional and the country office. Finally, we come up the consensus, the real consensus, now become the solidarity of the FAO, is the four betters. So today's lunch, the four betters, we should also let people to understand it correctly and deeply, not only as a slogan. Four betters, I said, is part of our overarching, integrated principle. If you look at each better, that's why I asked my colleagues to lead the value-added initiative about 3 years ago. I let the DDG and the co-leaders to understand them more and better and deeper, how to get the linkage together. Because among the 4 or 5 co-leaders members to start the linkage, interconnect. And that's the process, and come out with a value-added action. That's now internally, when I visit all the country office, only one country office during past years, they didn't change. And then I filed that the FR. Because you didn't change, I change you. So simple. Yeah? But 99% of the FR, they understood the four better, because that's our strategy framework. So should be implemented integrately. But still we need the outreach, not only within FAO network and stuff. That's why I'm happy to talk with several universities, and the University of Annapolis, I think. First, I saw the University of Annapolis presentation slides, even more detailed than our staff. That's the power of higher education. You use the higher education here. Yeah, if you are, FAO is, we are not, in principle, we are not the educator. We are government official or professional staff. But you, through the university, you are professional educator. So you will tell the simple way, precise way to the student. I said, why I put so much effort with my colleagues, Mauritius Madida, chief economist, and others, chief scientist interim. Why I put that? Because I think it's not only strategy framework, it's well of the philosophy. Not only for food and agriculture organization, even for university itself. Maybe context specifically different. What your means better production? What is your products education? You are high quality educated students, no matter bachelor or MSc and PhD. That's your products, right? You should feed the society, social requirement. So what is your better production? What is your better nutrition? What is the nutrients you offer to the student, to the education system? You also create a better nutrition, not only the textbook and the nutritional good flavor of course, and a better environment, not only talk about the natural environment that you have campus, good green flowers, good facility, modern, digital, and beautiful paintings and design. That's we call the natural environment. But also you needed the human environment, right? For students, not only for students, for your staff, for teachers, even for supporting staff who work in the kitchen, for the kids, for the cafeteria. So that's the better environment for education, for university. I don't want to explain too much, but if you think that's a way of the philosophy. And then better life for university. Not only student healthy, teachers, staff healthy. Or you need a high salary, of course. Everyone needs a high salary. And the student need to pay less, good food, good lodging, good room, dormitory even, good facility sports. But ideally, no pay, zero cost. That's a better life for students, and for university staff is different. And then what is the bad quality of life of students. So you have to teach them, training them for exercises, regular training course, and for sports, for entertainment, for culture show, whatever, you name it. That's help them build the best quality of life for students. So I just take this example. Even you saw that it's only 4 betters for FAO. That's why I really wanted to share with you. That's the way of philosophy for betters. Any village, any town, Roma, you can assume that we need to build a sustainable Rome. That's the slogan. But when zooming down, 4 betters for Rome. And then you what is Roman better production? Not only economy, food, their production activities are different. Good transportation also is a way of the better production. So you can follow this philosophy to think, and that's the real value I want to share with you. The other things, maybe my colleague will give you later, but please take the ownership and the partnership and use it. That's the share economy. I didn't ask any dollars you pay for me and for FAO. No, it's free for you. If you're willing to, even your family, you need 4 betters. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Director General, for that and for the initiative. And also very happy to see we have a lot of academia and researchers here who are going to share with us later on today how they plan to integrate these courses in their academic curriculum. So we look forward to hearing about that. And you're from all regions around the globe, so thank you. Just for the actual courses, I'm going to ask the colleagues to put up the QR code on the screen, or you can also visit the FAO e-learning Academy website. I see fingers pointing, it's on the screen already. So thank you very much, Director General again, and thank you colleagues for being here. So now I'm going to ask our first panelists to come on to the stage and join me on the stage. I'd like to welcome Dr. Tarifa El-Hasabi. So if you would please come on. Dr. Marcello Scalisi, if you would come on. And Dr. Longbao Wei. Thank you very much. So let me give you the microphones. I'll start with one over there and over here. No, there is an order. So there is an order. So let me go by the order, not that I want to take it away from you. So I would first like to start with Dr. Tarifa. Thank you very much for being here. So you are with the International Center for Biosaline Agriculture, right? And you will share with us your experiences within the region and how you feel that this can be of worthiness.
Well, thank you very much for having me here. I'm absolutely delighted. And thank you, DG, for those inspiring words. We at the International Center of Biosaline Agriculture, we have been working with FAO since 2015, and we have great projects of collaboration, of which is the capacity development and empowerment of youth and women. It is very much relevant to what we do. We produce science, and we try to find solution for salinity and arid environment challenges. So people need to grow food. And in order for them to grow food, they need to know the know-how. So it is very much important to bring that to the reality of the farmers, of the policymakers, of the young people, agripreneurs, different stakeholders. When it comes to sharing the knowledge, again, things have learned. I am an educator myself, so when I speak about experiential learning, hands-on, people need to learn what to do on the field. It's very much important for them to see example and best practices. However, as we evolve the pedagogies of learning and how can we try to design courses will be suitable for our stakeholders. And we're talking here about the next generation, and I was very delighted to see the young people this morning here, and lots of buzz and lots of enthusiasm about learning. Next generation, they're Gen Zs and they like technologies. They have different ideas of doing business using technology and IT, and therefore having digitized learning and thinking about e-learning, it suits them very well. This is how we make sure that they're learning. The courses that we have been working together with the team, very much engaging. So the questions and the content is quite relevant. So it's very easy for them to take it and try to make sure that they are executing the knowledge there. But we also have the fact of the language. In many cases, students learn better in their own language. Lots of translation is lost if you're not learning in your own language. And that's why having courses in Arabic, for example, speaking about Middle East and North Africa, Arabic is crucial. Yes, everybody speaks English. However, having it in their language, we're speaking about the basic farmers. It's about inclusion. It's about reaching out to different stakeholders. So if we speak about simple farmer who they only speak Arabic, they need to speak and learn Arabic as training. If we're talking about who are people who are able to speak English, then they will have the access of the English courses there. So the diverse languages that we see in this platform is very much important, bringing the experience and the knowledge to the end users to make sure that it's a beautiful long life learning of this journey.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tarifa, for sharing that experience from the North African and Middle East perspective. And definitely language is crucial and critical. And one thing that FAO has been, of course, championing is multilingualism. So that is really critical. So thank you very much for that. So Dr. Marcello, because you all said I could call you that, by your name. So you also are going to be giving us a bit of a perspective from the Mediterranean region and other aspects that you find essential and important in these courses, which of course is something that you've already perused and looked at. So over to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting UNIMED in this, for this opportunity and to present what we do, and in particular to speak about the Learning Academy. Let me start first saying something about UNIMED. We have 168 universities with us from 25 countries of the Euro-Mediterranean region and beyond. We have universities from Mauritania to Syria, also Middle East, Iraq and Yemen, Western Balkan and the European Mediterranean countries. And we try, obviously not only on food and water issues, of course, but we try to improve connections among researchers and universities in a particular region that is facing, unfortunately, at the moment, very difficult crisis, the conflict, political instability, and the idea to work together among researchers is a sort of antidote to the crisis that we are facing. Tarifa was mentioned before the importance of using different languages, which is something also related to the importance of our culture, because unfortunately we are used to work in a sort of capacity building dimension, trying to transfer knowledge from the north to the south, which is not the way to work together. We have to work together, we have to share ideas, we have to share research opportunities, we have to improve mobility opportunity for youth and researchers in particular. Again, in a region that is facing difficult challenges, I don't want to enter into details, but we are trying to support Gaza students, for instance, and this is one of, at the moment, one of the main priorities for UNIMED. Moving back to the topic, these learning capacities and tools are very, very important for all our researchers and faculties. And the most important reason why they're important, in particular for those universities from southern Mediterranean countries, is because this means to link them to the global dimension, to think globally, to work with other, obviously in a different perspective, and to give to the universities and researchers and students to consider that they are part of a family and not leaving them alone with their own difficulties, with the lack of capacity, the lack of autonomy of universities that unfortunately is still there. We also used to transfer all these opportunities through our e-learning platform. We did a lot, so thanks to FAO, a lot of initiatives to involve universities in this perspective. And every time that we share news and opportunities to our colleagues, to our researchers, we found that they are absolutely fully committed to continue to work and to adopt all the e-learning tools provided by FAO. Let me conclude on this saying that we are working to improve connection among students, north and south of Europe, of the Euro-Mediterranean region. We organize student summits to give them the possibility to talk among them. I'm thinking that we have to contribute to create a Mediterranean generation. Youth and researchers, in particular youth researchers, able not only to know each other, but to use the differences that exist among us, of course, in the best way possible. Not as an obstacle, but as a richness. In a moment where still there are politicians that want to build a wall in the Mediterranean Sea, we need to build connection, in particular among researchers. And this opportunity provided by FAO, I think that contribute a lot to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Marcello. Indeed, I was talking earlier about my 94-year-old father who was from Tangiers, so the Mediterranean, and there is a very cultural aspect to that, and you're talking about learning and connections, and at 94 he wanted to learn. It's maybe something in the water, I don't know. Who knows? Coming from the biosaline area. So thank you very much. And there is a connection also because we're going to be moving to China, and there was quite a bit of trade from the Mediterranean to China through the seas and the oceans. So perhaps the knowledge also goes in that direction to make a connection. So thank you very much for being here, Dr. Lo Baowei. Thank you. And you are Chair Professor of Applied Economics and Agribusiness and Director of the Food and Agribusiness Management at a very prestigious university in China, and you're going to be giving us your perspective. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. So it's my honor to be here to share some experience about the Zhejiang University work together with FAO. So maybe I could stand there because I prepared a very short slide.
Yeah, I'll switch seats with you.
Awesome. Okay. So I just said, because we already have some collaboration with FAO, and now we try to work together with FAO to work together on the FORBET course, initiative course. Because Zhejiang University already reached an MOU with FAO 4 years ago. Why we want to work together? Zhejiang University is top university in China. Today is we call top 3. That is the most comprehensive university. And someone say it's the top university with very strong agriculture disciplines. That's why we try to work together with the FAO. So the purpose of the MOU 2019, I think that is we want to create one kind of ecosystem to work together to guarantee this kind of agriculture and rural development more sustainable. And so we already have several joint annual events. One is each year we work together to operate one Global Agro-Innovation Challenge. That is mainly we target this kind of junior entrepreneur. They already started their business. We try to create an ecosystem. That is one. The second one is we work together to hold a digital agriculture forum each year with FAO and Zhejiang University. And the third one is we have the joint publication, Digital Agriculture Report. Why? We say we want to share some experience of China or other country, their smarter way to get the digital agriculture solution. So, and the fourth one is we create a bootcamp for digital agriculture. And why we want to do that? Because we try to attract more and more young and women to get involved in digital agriculture innovation entrepreneurship. If the government already set up this kind of infrastructure and the big company like the big giant to create this kind of platform, if the farmer just keeps silence, nothing happens. And today everybody knows the digital transformation of agriculture and rural development became so important. And so we work together. And now, why we want to further work together for the four batters? I think, okay. I think that just a moment ago, the DG said the four batter, I think it's one kind of philosophy. Yes, I believe the better production, better nutrition, better life, and a better environment. I think it's really important. And why you want to work together with FAO to set up this kind of collaboration? I think for the university, they're very good. We call it research and technology-oriented this kind of program. The high-level academic, but the e-learning course from FAO, at the very beginning, I believe it looks very simple, but actually it's very important. Why? Because for the student in the university, they only understand what is the research or this kind of new technology and so on. But in the practice, what's on? Like the e-learning course and the four batters, I think it's one kind of idea and also one kind of skill, how to let this kind of academic student understand what's happened in the real society and let them know how to push ahead this kind of digital transformation in the reality. And this kind of four-bat course, I think is very important for the student for the international job market. For Zhejiang University, we are the university, we focus on the academic, but now more, I think the global engagement became so important. So if the student could get this kind of experience, they could, I think it's could be a very good competence in the global job market. I think that's true. And why we want to integrate this kind of four-bat course with our own curriculum? I think that is one kind of leverage resource. So FAO is the leader of the agriculture expertise in the world. So we work together with them. Then we could, leverage this kind of resource like the free e-learning course, and also other international organizations work together. Or we could attract more and more this kind of private company to get involved in our academic program. So I think that is a really good opportunity for us to enhance this kind of ability to push ahead the transformation of digital transformation in agriculture and rural affairs, and for better. I think that's also a very important Zhejiang University idea. We we try to become the center of excellence for the sustainable development. So we work together with FAO and integrate this course. And in the future, I think more and more students could get the badge from FAO. This kind of digital badge is one kind of certificate of the international competence. So that's I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for that. And I want to thank the three of you for having shared your experiences. And I can see that we're already covering certain regional areas and also certain topics that you're actually concentrating on within your universities on the four betters. So thank you very much for having been here. I'm going to hand the floor over now to my colleague, Pramisha, thank you very much, who is going to come on for the next panel. Over to you.
Ms. Meena, we just heard from the fantastic panelists from the first panel on how they are already leveraging the current collaboration with FAO and how they intend to leverage the FAO for better courses to empower not just next generation, but also the current generation of agri-food systems leaders. Now I welcome to the stage our panelists of the second panel, Dr. Roberto Escalante, Dr. Sokona Danako, and Dr. Sarah Giroux. The panelists, please take a seat. First, I would like to start with Dr. Escalante. You are Secretary General of the Association of Universities of Latin America and the Caribbean. So you signed the first MOU with FAO in 2014, and today we are in 2024. So it's been a decade-long collaboration experience. So can you please share us your experience of this decade-long collaboration, especially from the perspective of Latin America and the Caribbean region? The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. I would like to say hello to everybody. And I would like to say that I feel honored, to be here in this extremely important meeting, the World Food Forum. And I would like to pay my respects, to the high authorities of FAO, and to say hello to the rectors and representatives of international organizations being here with us today. Well, the Association of Latin America and the Caribbean student universities, encompass, more than 256 universities and other organizations related to higher education. So to me, it's an honor, really, to be representing them here in this meeting. Well, in 1955, the first executive director of the Economic Commission for Latin America, Dr. Raúl Prebisch, an Argentinian economist, said something very important. Latin America and the Caribbean is not the poorest area of the world, but is the more unequal part of the world. Universities are the main role. I want to reflect something from the speech of the Director General. The first role of or mission of universities is to create knowledge, and create knowledge for the service of society, particularly in the case of public universities that are paid by the people. So universities have to be committed. The knowledge they create must be for the service of society. And this is particularly true everywhere, but more in places like Latin America and the Caribbean societies. As you said, in 2014, I came here to this very main office to sign an agreement to establish a master's degree online with Mrs. Petraki on food security. And that master's degree has been extremely successful. We have had 8 promotions. I want to say that the people that have been more interested in this master's degree are policy makers. Because as somebody said at the beginning of this meeting, university, what university means in terms of learning is a long-standing procedure. We have to learn always until the last day of our existence. So we join forces with FAO, with the e-learning section of FAO, to establish this very important master's degree on food security, which is a national security issue in my view, particularly now with climate change and all these things. And I am here today to renew that commitment. With this master's degree, we will renew an MOU tomorrow, and with a new impetus. With a new impetus in the sense of knowing that our lives have changed completely in the digital area, and we have to use, these digital tools to reach every territory where somebody can learn about the importance, for instance, of food security, rural issues, and so on and so forth. So for us, as UTWALC, which is the acronym of my association, is a real pleasure and also a commitment. To be here, and because as I said, we signed this agreement in 2014, but we have been working with the regional office of FAO in Chile, and we have been developing different strategies. So I have good news, if I could say so, in the sense that this decade of working together with FAO has produced good results, but we go for more.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Escalante, for sharing your experience of collaboration with FAO since 10 years, and congratulations for the renewal this year again. And I'd also like to highlight that you said digital technologies are very important, but it should not be used in a way that it further widens the gap between different regions of the world. So now I move to Africa region. We just heard from Latin America and the Caribbean region. So I have the pleasure of having Dr. Sokona Danoko here today in the panel, who is Executive Assistant to the Secretary General, Executive Secretary and Head of Partnerships at the Regional Universities for Capacity Building in Agriculture. Dr. Danoko, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. I would like to say that the Regional Universities Forum for Capacity Building in Agriculture, RU Forum in short, is a network of 175 member universities across 40 countries in Africa. And we operate in all the 5 geographic regions of Africa. Our member universities strive annually to provide quality training to Africa's youth in terms of masters, in terms of PhDs, and also in terms of postdoctoral trainings. So I would like to say that I'm honored today to be at this launch event to represent the voice of our 175 member universities. Okay, so before I continue, I just would like to provide a brief overview of the context during which this launch event is happening. And that is why we are happy to be part of this academia, and research institutions dialogue to provide insights into FAO e-learning. The first context I would like to remind ourselves about it is the growing youthful population of Africa, which by next year, 2025, is going to be a quarter of the world population. So the question for us as educators, as development partners, as governments, how are we going to do to provide quality training to this growing youthful population to prepare them to tackle the challenges of economic development, agricultural growth, and agri-food systems transformation? The other factor I would like to remind ourselves about it is the growing Africa agribusiness market. According to AFDB, the agribusiness market in Africa is going to be $1 trillion by 2030, which is within the next 5 or 6 years. Once again, the question is, what are we going to do? How are we going to capacitate the youthful population of Africa, farmers, other value chain actors? How are we going to capacitate them to enable them to contribute to, but also to benefit from this agribusiness market potential which is there? Other fact I wanted to remind ourselves about it is that Africa, according to Universities World News in 2022, must produce 100,000 PhDs within just 10 years. Are we able to do that? How are we going to achieve that? Especially when we think of the inadequacy of the number of teachers, the number of university lecturers. How are we going to achieve that target? Knowing that some other countries like China, like the United States of America, are producing such a number of PhD annually. So, another fact that I would like to remind ourselves about it is the case of countries facing difficult situations or fragile situations, like countries facing natural disasters, countries facing geographic isolations, countries facing social insecurity, conflicts, leading those countries sometimes to close universities and schools, which provide children or youth in the critical situation of missing education. So how are we going to deal with all those challenges? These 4 better courses, FAO Learning Academy initiative, is happening in such a context. We as RUFORUM, regional universities for capacity building in agriculture, we see this as an opportunity to help Africa to tackle all these challenges to achieve our targets, which is to produce quality human capital, which will drive the agricultural, agri-food systems transformation of the continent to help us achieve the SDGs, but also create wealth for the youth themselves and promote employment. We see this initiative as an opportunity. We recently, together with FAO, we conducted a preliminary survey to understand the status of using the FAO e-learning academy by the universities, by our member universities. One important fact was that the survey highlighted that some universities are using it, but still it is very, very low. So what we would like to achieve collaboratively next is to understand why is it low, why universities are not integrating it, what are the challenges, and what can be done to overcome those challenges. So we would like to go to a next step, which is an in-depth survey to understand all those issues and even try to engage with multi-stakeholders, including governments, including development partners, including private sector, university leaders, to have a deeper understanding and come up with solutions to have universities integrate those courses into their degree programs. So just to conclude, I would like to say once again that we see this as an opportunity to provide quality training to Africa's youth across the continent, and we are ready as RUFORUM to continue our collaboration, which is now a long-term collaboration, to expand the use of this FAO e-learning academy across as many universities as possible in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Danako, for sharing us very important and rich insights from Africa. As you said, on the one hand, there is ever-increasing young population across different regions of the world, and on the other hand, young people are not attracted to traditional methods of agriculture production systems and also the whole agri-food system. So we need to change the way we think and we do our agriculture and everything that falls within agri-food systems. So hopefully FAO Forwarder courses will help us to produce scientifically and academically trained leaders and agri-food systems thinkers in the future. Now I would like to pass the floor to Dr. Sarah Giroux, and Dr. Giroux is Associate Dean of Academic Affairs and Strategic Programs in College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, as well as Associate Professor of Practice in the Global Development Department at Cornell University. Dr. Giroux, the floor is yours.
Thanks so much. It's such a privilege to be here with everyone today to share a little bit about our collaboration with the For Betters Courses Initiative. So our mission as a college, and it's probably one very similar to many of yours, is to really shape the future of agriculture and food systems by preparing the next generation of leaders, right? That's kind of a core part of our mission. And so we do this through our curriculum. We train them in life and agricultural and environmental and social sciences to provide a really holistic, robust education. And so this is why we're so excited about the potential of the FAO For Betters initiative, because it really can enhance and enrich our programs because it takes a very similar transdisciplinary approach to training. But I want to quickly share a personal story that I think underscores why this initiative was so persuasive for me. A few years ago, I got called into the chair of my department's office, and she said, "Hey, Sarah, I need you to teach our Intro to International Ag and Rural Development course." And I thought, oh no, not a new prep, right? And it wasn't that I wasn't interested in the topic, but that I knew that putting together a course like this was going to be challenging. It's not like microeconomics where there's 1,000 different intro to microecon textbooks, right? I mean, it's a big field, it's a big scope. And so my colleague, who is a corn breeder, and I were we made it work. We scrambled around, we pulled pieces from different FAO reports and different journals, and we made it happen. But it felt a lot like you were trying to solve a puzzle with lots of missing pieces. So when I got the email from Christina to sort of share about this program and these efforts, I initially thought, my first thought was like, why did she not send this to me 8 years ago? My life would have been so much easier. So I'm really envious of the professors who are going to have access to such fantastic resources. And so I think this personal experience for me highlights why I think this is important, right? It's a really robust set of materials that address complex and interconnected aspects of agriculture and rural development. And so right now as a college, what we're doing is thinking about how do we incorporate these courses into our in-person curriculum that we have. So I was just talking to a professor who teaches our Intro to Fisheries class, and I was showing him the ecosystem approach to fisheries course that the FAO offers, and he said, oh, this is great. Like, I can sub out the boring final paper that we've been doing for however many years and maybe have students do this instead. So, he's not only giving students practical knowledge, but they're also gaining this globally recognized certification. So beyond, we're really right now going through the catalog. We're excited to work with the FAO to think about how different courses can integrate into our existing curriculum. But we're also really excited about the potential of these short courses to help us in especially our one-year master's programs in terms of using them as prerequisites. So we have a range of one-year sort of professional master's programs where students who have been working in the field for a little bit come back and they're trying to rapidly gain some professional skills for their field. And so being able to assign these students, maybe the summer before they arrive, a few of these courses ensures, for the professor that everybody's coming in with a baseline level of knowledge and understanding this particular field. You can really hit the ground running a lot faster with that kind of an approach. And so we're excited about that. One thing that we also are really thrilled about is that the classes, the way they're designed, the way they're structured, they really do a nice job of moving between theory and real world application, right? I think that's where these are so unique and special. They give students not fully hands-on, but sort of applied hands-on experience with tools and methods that are going to be used globally. And so we think that this initiative is really going to open doors to innovative ways of teaching and learning, and we're excited to work with the FAO and with all our partners on this. So thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ziru, for sharing us your experience and collaboration with FAO, and hope this FAO for Better Course initiative will help to add benefits in your mission of College of Ag and Life Sciences at Cornell. You were envious of professors who will get access to these resources, but I'm envious of students because 4 years ago I didn't have access to these resources. So I'm also very happy for the students and the current generation of the agri-food systems leaders who will get access to these resources. Now, I'd like all you to please have a seat on your respective seats. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective and experience. Now, I'd like to give the floor to my colleague, Christina Petracchi, leader of the FAO e-Learning Academy, who will be describing the FAO for Better Courses catalog of resources. Christina, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for this opportunity to further describe the FAO for Better Courses initiative. So maybe if they can, so basically the idea, as mentioned by the Director General, the idea is really to empower academia and research institutions to allow them to integrate FAO e-learning resources, knowledge assets, FAO e-learning courses within their curricula in order to contribute to the transformation of agri-food systems. Because maybe the next... can go ahead with the next. Because as was mentioned before, the students of today, the young professionals of today, are the agri-food systems practitioners of tomorrow. So the initiative, yes, next one. No, before? Excellent. So the idea is really to empower universities, to allow them to integrate the various knowledge resources that are available, the FAO e-learning courses, for mainly three big objectives, which are also three big benefits for academia and research institutions. So the first objective is to basically strategically integrate whatever is relevant and pertinent within your learning programs and your curricula in order to enhance FAO's, but also academia and research institutions' global impact. The second objective is to basically enrich the curricula of universities worldwide, and also to increase and enhance education standards. And the third objective, which is dear to all of us, is to better equip young professionals with the competencies and the knowledge they need to actively contribute to the transformation of agri-food systems. It's important to have good policies, good strategies, in order to have this you need competent professionals, and for that it is important to acquire the appropriate competences. So next slide. So basically, to facilitate this integration in curricula, in university curricula, we have created, the FAO has created a catalog of resources specifically designed for academia and research institutions, which is fully aligned with the FAO 4 Betters. And the catalog and also the initiative, the 4 Betters initiative, is hosted by the FAO e-learning academy. So let me just say a few words about the FAO e-learning academy. Next slide. Thank you. So the FAO e-learning academy offers free, multilingual, and certified e-learning courses for professionals worldwide. So this is really the result of a huge collaborative effort involving over 500 partners worldwide. In fact, on the website, there is a section dedicated to the partners, which are really fundamental for us. And all of them are listed. So if you're interested to know, this is really a huge collaborative effort. The platform exists in 6 languages. It exists in Chinese, Arabic, Russian, French, Spanish, and English. And the overall objective is universal education. So basically allowing everyone at any time, anywhere in the world, to have access to education. So really to try to promote as much as possible social and gender equality in the access to education. Education as a human right. So, so far we have reached over 1 million professionals worldwide, and we really hope that with your support we will reach much more. So, so if you go on the FAO e-learning academy, here you have the link on the right-hand side, elearning.fao.org. You can directly, from the homepage itself, you have first the latest courses, but then on the homepage itself, you have the catalog of resources specifically designed for academia, and of course aligned with the FAO 4 Betters, which is for better production, better nutrition, better environment, and better life. So if, for example, you select better production, you can have access to all the different resources that are available. And on the left-hand side, you have all the different thematic areas that are related to better production. And if you select just one course, because everything is organized, for example, implementation of farmer field schools programs, you directly have access to the link of the course, and then all the different publications, data sets, maps, podcasts, videos, everything that is available, the languages, duration, certification, and then also the alignment with the SDGs. So which SDGs are we supporting with these resources? So for example, if you choose better nutrition, same thing on the left-hand side, you will have all the different thematic areas from which you can pick and choose whatever is relevant to you. And for example, you immediately first have the list of the links to the courses and then all the resources that are relevant in that thematic area. And of course, also the certification and also the alignment with the SDGs. So on the FAO homepage, you also have a number of resources also that are available, so you can know what are our activities, etc. But you can also browse and discover what is available through the courses section. So if you go in the courses, and we have 25 different thematic areas, so fisheries, livestock, animal health, plant health, migration, and you can just select one of them. So if we select, for example, forest and landscape restoration, you just click on the submit button and you will get all different courses and resources available in that thematic area. So same thing if we select, for example, climate change and environment, which is another thematic area, you have all the different resources that are available in that thematic area. So this is now my last slide. Can I have the last slide, please? So I just wanted to mention that on your way out, we will be distributing cards with the links to the catalog and the links to the FAO e-learning academy. I also wanted to mention that if you need any clarification or any information, please feel free to contact me. I would be very pleased to interact. And I would like to thank you very much for your time and your attention. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Wonderful. I have no excuse anymore. I have no excuse anymore to not know about something. So thank you very much. I think this next segment is the one that we're actually waiting for as well, which is people who have used the e-learning. PhD student and lawyer. Vivian and Ludovica, would you please join me on the stage so we can hear from you, your testimony about how these courses have served their purpose in your respective areas. Thank you very much. I think, is it, Vivian, you wanted to give us a presentation as well and tell us a little bit about yourself while you're at it. Oops, might be better if I gave you a microphone.
Is that presentation there?
Yeah. Presentation, yes. Here we go. Presentation.
Thank you very much. My name is Wivin Matabaro Adija. I'm from DR Congo. I'm currently finalizing my PhD studies in agroecology and food systems at Uganda Matters University in Uganda, and I'm graduating early next year. So my PhD thesis research focuses on efficiency of selected soil and water conservation technologies in the Katonga microcatchment in Uganda. So on this journey of my studies, the FAO e-learning courses have significantly enhanced my professional exploration, my academic exploration, together with my personal and professional development. And that's why in this presentation, I'm going to share with you my experiences with integrating the FAO e-learning courses in my studies. And doing that, I'm going to describe the knowledge, new knowledge, skills, competencies, and also opportunities that I've gained using these courses. So lastly, I'll tell you what are the next steps that I'm planning to undertake. The FAO e-learning courses, they have helped me understand better and also gain new knowledge, as I said, in particular subject and topics, concepts that are related to my PhD research and to my field in general. The courses have also helped me to have the knowledge that I already had in particular subjects more organized, clear, and precise. And this has increased my confidence also in these other areas. These are 10 courses that I've so far undertaken from the platform. And these courses have really equipped me with a lot of skills and new knowledge in many areas, such as agripreneurship, national forest inventory, implementation of farmer field school programs, and others. You can see already the different certificates that I've already obtained that certifies the knowledge and skills that I've obtained from the 10 courses that I've so far undertaken. And here is my CV, where I've already included the competencies that I've acquired in order to improve my employability chances and also my global competitiveness. These are other additional areas where I also applied the knowledge and skills that I've been gaining. And most especially, I've been using the platform as a library and a resource source to inform most of the write-up of my publications and my PhD thesis. As you can see, 2 publications already that I've already done, one on land degradation as an issue in agroecosystems, and another one on agroecology as a solution to hunger in the world. So in addition to that, I've been using the skills that I gained and the knowledge to do my fieldwork activities on my research, most especially when doing surveys, focus group discussions, and others. So moving forward, I plan to share these experiences at various seminars to raise awareness and help others also benefit from the platform. I plan to continue taking courses because I gain certificates and new knowledge and opportunities. So I want to also continue using the resources to inform my future research activities and publications. And I want to keep referring others to also benefit like me from the platform. So I wouldn't want to leave this room without saying big thank you to FAO for sponsoring my physical participation here. So it's a privilege. I'm honored. Thank you. So I also thank the funders of my PhD studies, and I thank everyone for listening to me. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Wivine. So, and coming from the DRC, DR Congo, my second home in my heart. Merci mingi, asante sana. So, Ludovica, you as a lawyer for Amnesty International, how did you use these courses for yourself?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by thanking the organizers and all of you for the opportunity to share my testimonial. I'm a lawyer working in Amnesty International. I previously worked in a law firm specialized in corporate and banking law. In 2021, I decided I wanted to use my professional experience to contribute to a more just and sustainable world, and convinced that the eradication of hunger is key in achieving the UN 2030 agenda, I enrolled in the joint Lewis and FAO Master in Food Law, whose program integrates several courses of the FAO Learning Academy. The courses of the FAO Academy have been extremely important for me and my career path. Not long before the beginning of the Masters, I discovered the Rights of Nature movement at the Dubai Expo. New Zealand Pavilion described how the country had passed a law conferring legal rights to the Wanganui River to enhance its protection and to empower in its management the indigenous communities who have an ancestral relationship of mutual care with the river. I was fascinated by this innovative approach to environmental protection, and attending the Masters, I matured the conviction that it could positively impact the human right to adequate food. Indeed, through the courses of the FAO Learning Academy, I realized how the conferral of legal rights to rivers encompasses many aspects, such as enhanced environmental protection, inclusive and sustainable governance of freshwater resources, recognition of the role of indigenous peoples and local communities in conserving biodiversity, which are critical to ensuring food security and support the realization of the right to adequate food. So, the courses of the FAO Learning Academy equipped me with the competencies I needed to have the boldness to propose a research thesis on this unexplored topic, and with the capacity to implement the work which has recently been published. My research thesis has been critical in superseding the selection for Amnesty International and has been considered by the organization with such enthusiasm that it decided to sponsor it for its value in promoting human rights. I truly believe that the courses of the FAO Learning Academy are a unique opportunity to gain and strengthen expertise on the UN 2030 agenda and the FAO 4 Betters. They are a global common good, available for free for anyone seeking to actively contribute to a more sustainable and equitable future for all. leaving no one behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you both very, very much. Both very fascinating. Your perspective as a lawyer, your perspective as a PhD student. I think together you're going to go far. So don't do it alone, do it together. I think you have two perspectives that'll bring you. One of the fabulous things here is about bringing people together, bringing people through learning and through accomplishing. So thank you very much. And I would like to also offer that you will be available for anybody else who would like to hear from you later on, one-on-one, how you actually went through the courses. So that would be really great. So please, please do take your seats again and do continue this discussion. So, but without further ado, I would like to give the closing remarks to Deputy Director General Maurizio Martina. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Yasmina. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, colleagues from PSU. Obviously, thank you, Director General, for all your guidance. Thank you, guests, and thank you, testimonials. I'm happy, to be honest, because for me, the work is done in the sense that we share, I would say, an idea is a tool for us, because it's important also for us every day try to organize bridge outside FAO, not only inside FAO. For me, one of the most important goals is try to emphasize that the e-learning academy, first of all, and also the For Better course are bridge for us and are tools only beyond FAO. In this sense, this type of partnership with other entities, in particular, thanks to our guests, universities, network of universities in all the region are essential. And please use this type of tools together with us and try together to improve this important knowledge accelerator, I would say. This is a knowledge accelerator, is a platform. And for us it's important because it is in our mandate, but is also in our duty, is a responsibility, is important for us that in particular thinking about the new generation, we have to guarantee this type of tools outside the day-by-day matters here. For me, this is the real goal of this type of journey together, and I'm happy because I think, I mentioned, the FAO for Better course is another chapter of this journey. Let's go together in this way, and my last comment is that it will be important, Christina, colleagues, next year try to organize also an update of this journey in front of us with the FAO e-learning academy and obviously with the FAO for Better course. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maurizio, and all of the colleagues who have devised the team in the classes and the courses, and also Dr. Tarifa, Director General of ICPA. I think you have a potential employee there after the classes. You have a potential lawyer should you need water rights, I heard already. So this is about connections and about learning. Thank you very much. Thank you, Parmisa, for being here, and I think you have another session that is also of interest in the German room, which is that direction for people who cannot find their way. It took me a year to find my way, and I still can't. So thank you very much, and thank you to all of those of you of the academia and research areas and those following online. Have a very good rest of day. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Recording stopped.